have something very important to share with you.
Do you remember when I first met you? I was like, oh, like, I don't know if I want to have kids one day. Hello friends, I'm back. I feel like the last couple of months, things have just not been going super smoothly. I had to urgently fly back to Taiwan last week and I'm back. I was only in Taiwan for a total of less than 72 hours. I think it was closer to 48. Honestly, I don't even know. But because it was such a last minute flight, there were no direct flights and it was time sensitive, so it was kind of a hot mess. My journey to Taiwan, usually the flight is around 12 to 13 hours and it ended up being like 18 to 19 with all the layovers and things that I had to go through. Something had happened and I'm really happy that I made the decision to go back because I wasn't sure what to do. You know, like in your 20s, you are taught to like prioritize your work and you have to earn money for your future and then hopefully one day maybe you'll be able to retire. I think the thing that brought me most clarity was remembering that nobody cares how successful you are if you don't show up when it matters. The Harvard Happiness Study is the longest study ever conducted on humans, and basically they were trying to figure out what are the things that make people happy. Because traditionally you think about it like, you know, maybe it's money, maybe it's fame, maybe it's success, those are the things that make you more happy, but the study actually found that the thing that is the best indicator of happiness is actually the quality of your relationships. I am somebody who is very scared of falling behind. I am constantly making choices to put my career ahead, which means that I miss out on, you know, game nights, I miss out on weekend activities. I choose to do work over doing other things. I think sometimes that's okay, but really just like reevaluating my priorities has been really important to me at this time in my 20s. Ultimately, the whole point of working so hard is so that you can be happy. If not today, then in the future, right? Like you're sacrificing today for a better tomorrow. I realized that I was sacrificing all of the wrong things. Going back to Taiwan and seeing my grandpa, who is now 88. Can you believe he's 88? That like is so mind-blowing to me. You know, they took care of me when I was a kid, and seeing my grandpa, you know, get so much older. He's still very healthy. He's still, you know, walking around the neighborhood and stuff, and he has really mellowed out, and I feel like even more so than before, he just feels so grateful for life, and all he wants is just to see his grandkids and to spend time with them, and he's so happy even just to be able to take a morning walk, that it really made me think about my life and like, oh, one day when I'm old, like what are the things that are going to be important to me? The things that will matter is spending time with the people who matter. I'm sorry that I haven't been present. Believe me when I say that, like a lot was going on. But right now we're gonna start off with some mandu dumplings. These are my absolute favorite. I ordered them from We. So delicious. Some of you guys may have noticed that we flipped our bedrooms. So the downstairs bedroom used to be our like office area and podcast room, and we've actually switched the bedrooms. So now the downstairs bedroom is actually where we sleep, and then the upstairs is like the office slash my work area. And Lucky, let me just show you. Lucky Rye like absolutely loves tanning, so he will just find any spot with sun and sit there. I'm currently working on a really cool brand deal with a pharmaceutical company. It's for a product that is honestly so freaking cool. I can't wait to show it with you guys. But anytime you work with a pharmaceutical company, things take forever to get done. So literally sometimes we'll start a collab in like June and it won't go live until the end of the year. So right now I'm about to do that. They're missing one last piece before like we can finally submit it for approval. Just sent out that draft. If you've ever been curious about how creator stuff works, I have a manager who basically manages all of my brand deals. She negotiates brand deals, she pitches me for new opportunities, and basically she will kind of mediate between the brand and me. There are certain niches that pay a lot better than others. I think it's no secret that, for example, finance creators make a lot of money because advertisers are willing to spend a lot more on them. This means that people like Graham Stephan, Andre Geek, they have super high CPMs on YouTube AdSense, which means that for every 1,000 views that they get on YouTube, they might be making like 3 or 4 times more than somebody who is in a beauty category, for example. And that all depends on how much the advertisers are willing to pay to spend on those ads, essentially. I don't know if you guys are interested in like the business side of things at all. If you guys are, I'm happy to talk more about it. It was always so mysterious and intriguing to me. Next up on the agenda, what happens as a creator is sometimes you will receive PR packages, and sometimes they just come without you really knowing that they're coming. If you're wondering what Kevin and I do with our excess PR, I have this like PR organizer where I kind of have everything stocked up and it's organized by category. It's always kind of like a fun free-for-all for when guests or people come over. If they need something, they can always go in and take a look. In addition to that, anything that's extra, we will either donate to Goodwill or to a women's shelter. And Kevin and I will put together a box, and the box will either go to our workplaces to pass out to our coworkers, friends, etc. Or in the past, Kevin also works at the Children's Hospital, so we've been able to put together a box of like Barbies, stuffed animals, and bring those to the kids. Being in the hospital is really scary, so if there's even anything that can brighten their day just a tiny bit.
Okay, mommy be right back, okay? Good boy. Just got to the shopping mall. We need to do a little set of returns. I actually tried to do this return before I left for Taiwan, but the line was so long that I gave up. One thing about me is that if I don't like it, I will return it. I'm very diligent about it because I don't want to have extra waste in my home. The 2 girls who checked me out have actually seen my TikToks before, and that like truly just made my day. I love it when you guys say hi. Now we're heading to QFC because we need to make quesadillas tonight. Kevin says he's craving like a chicken quesadilla, so we're gonna get some ingredients. There was like a point where I stopped getting so nervous to film in public, but because I'm a little out of shape, I haven't done it in a couple weeks, I can feel my armpits like sweating as I'm vlogging and people are staring at me. To tell you guys that as soon as I got back from Taiwan, I ended up having a flat tire, which I've not had a flat tire in, I don't think I've ever had a flat tire like my parents have, but it's never been my flat tire. Kevin ended up putting some sort of sealant into the tire so that I was able to at least drive it to the Costco to get them fixed because I don't have a spare tire. The thing about driving an electric hybrid is that you don't have any space in the trunk because the battery is there, which means that I don't have a spare tire. I'm currently heating up a piece of cornbread, but I actually remember a vlog very specifically from maybe like a year or so ago, but I was telling you guys about how nothing just tasted good anymore and my interest in food kind of just dwindled, which was very uncharacteristic of me because I am somebody who like loves food. Some people live to eat and some people eat to live. Like I live to eat. Like food is the one thing that still brings me a lot of joy in my life, and for a long time just nothing really tasted good. That's my cornbread, let me go get it. Kind of all of a sudden, I feel like my interest in food re-sparked again. Because of that, I've kind of been eating more. The Costco green chili cornbread is one of the best cornbreads I've ever had in my life. If you've been around here a while, then you may know that I have struggled with my weight, especially when I was kind of going through high school and college. I gained a lot of weight and then I lost a lot of weight. Having a good relationship with my own body image has always kind of been challenging. In my head, it's just never good enough. Like I always compare myself with my lowest point. Like I am a grown woman now. Like I will never be able to be that middle school body or high school body or whatever body, but especially like scrolling on social media, you see so many things, and I highly encourage you, if you feel like you are not in a good place in your own body image journey, to unfollow the people who just make you feel bad about yourself. I want to feel healthier. Like I'm definitely eating junkier food than I should be eating. I also don't want to like suck the joy out of life. you know, like I still want to enjoy the things that I want to eat. I really enjoyed watching this documentary series on Netflix called 0 to 100, but it actually talks about blue zones, which are areas around the world where there are higher concentrations of centenarians than other places, and kind of their habits and how they're able to live so long. There's so many amazing things that I learned from that, but obviously one of the most important things is diet and exercise, but not in the way that you think, but just incorporating daily movement into your life. So whether that's like running your errands on foot, not eating processed foods, like it all kind of adds to a bigger picture. I am gonna go for a little workout. I'm not gonna lie, I actually canceled my workout class this morning to sleep in. I slept in until 9:45 a.m. but in my defense, I have work today. I mean, I had work yesterday, the day before, and I have work tomorrow and the day after, so today was the only day that I could sleep in, and I was like, okay, I'm a sleep in. Hello!
Yo,
Guess who it is?
It's me.
We're back to the OG vlogs where we are just waiting for Kevin to come home, and we're gonna get some dinner. Did you miss me?
Yes.
Yay. Kevin's been working a lot recently. Woke up at 4:30.
I feel like I just put my head down on the pillow and then I had to wake up and go to work.
It's currently 7:20 and he just got back. I have something very important to share with you.
What?
Kevin's heart rate has increased significantly because he's like, what is it? What is it? He doesn't like to wait.
What can it be?
What? You don't think I have anything to say?
I agree.
Okay, fine.
You got your furikake.
You think that's my big news?
Yes.
I did actually. I imported this furikake from
You
Japan.
paid like 5 times the price.
We have something very serious that we need to discuss. It's really not that serious.
Okay.
Like-
what was the secret you were
okay.
gonna tell me earlier?
It's not a secret.
Wait, you
it's
said
just,
in the card that there was something
it's
announcement.
not a secret. It's just like something I want to share. Do you remember when I first met you? I was like, oh, like I don't know if I want to have kids one day. Like
Sure.
maybe, but maybe not. Like maybe
Sure.
yes, but like I think I was leaning towards yes, but like also potentially no. And then I think I went through a time period in my 20s where I was like, oh my
Hell
god.
no.
Yeah, absolutely not. I could barely handle myself, let alone a child, so definitely not. Recently when I saw my grandpa in Taiwan, I feel like it really changed my mind, actually.
Usually people change their minds when they see like babies.
Well, seeing my grandpa really made me change my mind because I feel like all he treasures is like his family and like being able to see his grandkids and like, you know, having people who love you like around you. Like I think that's like such a beautiful thing, and we both come from really small families. We've never had the experience of like going to a family gathering or like a family reunion. You know how like people
Like
have like
Thanksgiving?
75th reunion and like all these people. We both, our immediate families are tiny. I always wanted like 0 kids, and now I'm kind of leaning towards like
4.
3. 3 would be perfect, I think.
And 4 is not too bad.
I want it girl, boy, girl.
What's the probability that happened?
My ultimate nightmare would be
2
to
boys.
not have a daughter.
You'd be the first line of all the daughters in the history not to have a daughter.
Thank you for that, babe.
Did you
Thank
know
you
that?
so much. I'm okay with all girls, but if I got all boys, I think I'd be really sad. Are you proud of me for coming to these mature conclusions?
You
in
might
life?
change your mind like next week.
Maybe. Maybe.
I'm happy to do whatever you want to do.
I don't know, I'm curious if you guys are in your 20s and like thinking about similar things. I'm curious where you are in that journey and like what your conclusion is at this very moment, because I feel like I've like kind of hopped around everywhere. Okay, are you gonna go to bed? The Life Unfiltered series is very important to us and we love, love, love filming it. We read all the comments. They truly do mean the world to us. And don't forget your 10 out of 10.
And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise.
We'll see you next time. Bye!